Okay, this portion is about the numbering of inversions, the root all the way through inversions of the dominant 7 chord. So I'm going to take G7 because it's the easiest, no accidentals to deal with here. So I'm going to have 5, 7, when the key is C, and that's what the chord looks like, and it's called G7 because it's in root position. Okay, now the actual numbering of that chord is 7 because of this. Oops, I didn't want to lose those notes. Because of this, that's the 7. Then the next interval is the 5th. And then the final interval is between the root and the 3rd. So a root position 7 chord is 5, 7, 3. But when we simplify it, we just call it 5, 7 for short. Same chord, same pop chord symbol. But I'm just kind of giving you an idea of where these numbers come from. Okay, so root position is 5, 7. Now we have the next inversion, which is first inversion. First inversion would have these numbers. So this time, instead of starting on G, I'm going to start on B. B, D, then we have the F, and then we have the G there. So that's what the chord looks like when you invert it. I should have played the root position, which we have. Then here's the chord that I have right now. I'm starting with the lower note, and I'll go ahead and play it in the bass clef here. So we're starting off with the B, and then there's the F, and then the G. First inversion of the chord, as a pop chord, it is G7 slash B, because we always show what's in the bass. Now, the numbering is from the lowest note to the highest note, a 6th. From the lowest note to the next to the highest is a 5. And then next, 3. So the official numbering of a first inversion dominant 7 chord is 5, 6, 5, 3. The shorthand, 5, 6, 5. The reason we want to put 5, 6, 5, because if we put just 5, 6, you might not know if it's a triad in first inversion. The 5 makes sure that you know that there's a 7th in the chord. That's why we have to have that second number there. So that would be the official shorthand for it, 5, 6, 5. Now we go to the next inversion. Oh, that's nice. You're getting to hear the dog in there too. And hopefully that's not going to be making too much noise, but it's in the video for now. So now, second inversion is going to be when we're starting with the D in the bass. Okay, so that's a G7 with a D in the bass. Second inversion, the number from the lowest note to the top, D to B, 6. The next, a 4th, D to G, 4. And then the next interval, 3. All right, so now, because you don't want to get confused by saying 5, 6, 4, because right now, if you put 5, 6, 4, you would think it was a triad in second inversion. And that would be a problem. But when you have those other numbers, that last number 3 in there, that can't be a triad. It's going to be a 7th chord. So the shorthand is 5, 4, 3. We don't worry about doing the 6. So 5, 4, 3 is the shorthand symbol for a dominant 7 chord in second inversion. All right. Okay. And then finally, we have now third inversion, because since we have one more pitch, we've got one more inversion that we can go. And that's going to be still using the Roman numeral 5, of course. Now I'm going to start on an F because that's the 7th. Then I put the root G, B, D. That's a G7 chord with an F in the bass. That means that's the 7th in the bass. So then we do the same numbering again. From the bottom note to the top, 6. Bottom note to the next, 4 again. And then this one, this is the important one, a second. So a dominant 7 chord in third inversion is actually 6-4-2. And for shorthand, there are 2 different ways to do it. 5-4-2 or just 5-2. Those are both acceptable. And that's the way that you would show a third inversion of a dominant 7 chord, either 5-4-2 or 5-2. Now, sometimes sometimes we have to memorize all these things, and it's really hard to memorize how each of the numbers should go. But this system is pretty simple to remember the inversions as they go from root, and I'll show you by the numbers. 5, 7 is root. 5, 6, 5 is first inversion. 5, 4, 3 is second inversion. Finally followed by, if we use the most simplified version, 5-2 for third inversion. So root, first inversion, second inversion, third inversion. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Great way to remember how the inversions go, and a simplified way to remember that. Okay?